Like in a month, my diabetes came down.
I followed Dr. Ripich's diabetes plan, and it's gone.
I used to have diabetes, and thanks to 30-day diabetes cure, now I don't.
I can go exercise and have a full day and feel wonderful.
Now my blood sugar is normal. I don't have diabetes anymore.
Do you yearn to have a normal life again without diabetes? Would you jump at the chance to quit sticking your fingers with needles and testing your blood sugar? To discontinue all those sickening drugs? To stop feeling guilty about your food and your weight? And to end your worries about diabetic heart attack, amputations, or blindness? Yes? Then this news is going to make your day, because the diabetes cure we desperately need is here. Yes, you heard correctly. A true blue cure for diabetes exists here and now. It's been proven to work on thousands of actual type 2 diabetes patients. It requires no drugs, no bariatric surgery, no medical interventions, no weight loss or exercise programs, and no costly miracle supplements. In fact, it's so absurdly inexpensive that it's virtually free. And I know it really works because I've been using it to successfully treat all types of diabetics for more than a decade. And not just your garden variety diabetic, but really tough, advanced cases. For many of these people, I was the last stop on a long, frustrating medical road that offered them lots of drugs, but little hope of improvement. As a matter of fact, the drugs were making them worse. These people came to me because they heard my type 2 patients were experiencing dramatic improvements that let them return to a normal life. In virtually every case, their symptoms completely disappeared, and they were able to toss away their drugs. And I can honestly tell you that so far, there has never been a type 2 diabetes patient come to my office who hasn't gotten completely off their medications and returned to a normal, healthy, drug-free life. In fact, the 30-day diabetes cure has never failed to stop and reverse type 2 and prediabetes in their tracks, to help patients reduce or completely eliminate their medications and diabetes-related drugs, to lower insulin doses in type 1s by up to 80%, and to protect all diabetics from the horrible complications that cripple and kill 4 million of them every year. Hello, my name is Dr. Stefan Ripich, and in the past 10 years of working with diabetics, I've had 100% success in getting type 2 diabetics completely off their meds. Yes, I said completely. And now you can use the very same diabetes reversing strategies that have worked so well for my patients. My groundbreaking book, The 30-Day Diabetes Cure, is the first day-by-day, step-by-step guide to reversing type 2 diabetes and prediabetes, while showing people with type 1 diabetes how to dramatically reduce their insulin doses. And now, if you'd want to share my patients' success in getting off their diabetes drugs and returning to a normal, diabetes-free life, this is my personal invitation to you to examine and actually try the 30-day diabetes cure at no risk and with a 100% money-back guarantee if it fails to turn your diabetes around. Does this sound too good to be true? That's what all of my diabetes patients thought before they began my program. But listen to what they're saying now after succeeding on the 30-day diabetes cure.
Dr. Ripich said to me, Adrian, if you do what I tell you to do, your insulin receptors will come online and you will be able to get this down. And that's exactly what's happened.
My wife saw this ad for the book, 30-Day Cure. Like in a month, my diabetes came down.
I was diagnosed with prediabetes. I do not have it anymore. I followed Dr. Ripich's diabetes plan, and it's gone.
With my help, these people discovered the only real hope of evading the dreadful fate that 99% of all diabetics eventually come to. And that escape hatch is cleaning up their diet and getting off the couch. Researchers call this lifestyle modification. And in study after study, no diabetes treatment is anywhere near as powerful. No drug can hold a candle to its success. Now, before you start groaning, oh no, not that again, because you have visions of starving yourself, going vegetarian, forcing yourself to lose lots of weight, or exercising to the point of exhaustion every day, let me assure you that this is absolutely not necessary. This is a huge misconception. You see, diabetes is a $400 billion industry which affects 300 million diabetics worldwide. There's no denying the efficacy of natural lifestyle modification treatments, but the industry would lose a fortune if the word really got out. Lifestyle modification isn't a painful, sweat-drenched path requiring super willpower, starvation, hunger, and deprivation. In fact, nothing could be further from the truth. And not only do they dismiss the importance of lifestyle modification, they've convinced diabetics that changing their diets isn't really necessary as long as they rely on drugs and insulin. But this is a brazen lie. These diabetes-related drugs represent the fast lane to miserable diabetic complications and premature death. I'll prove it to you in a little bit. The truth you're not hearing is diet and lifestyle modification aren't just your best hope of reversing type 2 diabetes and returning to a normal, drug-free life. They are your only hope. Before my book, The 30-Day Diabetes Cure, got the truth out, most diabetics were turned off to diet and lifestyle modifications because they thought it involved too much hard work and sacrifice. But listen to what my patients have to say about how easy my approach has made it.
The diet is not hard to maintain at all.
This is a very easy diet to follow because you're eating regular foods.
I am amazed at how easy it is to follow. It is not difficult. I can eat many times during the day. I can snack.
The issue is not the diet. It's really rather easy to follow.
It is an easy plan to follow because I'm able to eat things that I like.
The diet is very easy. It's an easy diet. It's not exotic. It's not restrictive. It's just mindful and rewarding.
Does that sound like drudgery? Of course not. Wouldn't it be great to kick diabetes out of your life like this? Wouldn't it feel wonderful to return to a normal life again, to have a second chance, to change the direction of your life away from the misery that lies ahead and toward a future filled with good health, happiness, and increased longevity? I assure you that you can, and starting today. So why isn't your doctor telling you about this? Your doctor knows that the very best treatment for type 2 diabetes and prediabetes is diet, not drugs. Just ask them. Dozens of clinical studies prove that diet and lifestyle modifications are safer, cheaper, and vastly more effective than current drug treatments. You'd have to be living in a cave not to have heard about that success. So why does the healthcare system continue to rely on the drug approach, even though it's failing miserably to stop diabetes and to save patients' lives? There are 5 mind-boggling reasons. Number 1, the healthcare system isn't set up to reimburse for patient education about diet and lifestyle. In fact, the whole patient education strategy for diabetics has been hijacked by the pharmaceutical and diabetic industries. Number 2, most doctors simply don't have time. The system is set up to allow him or her to have only, on average, 8 to 12 minutes with you. That's just not enough. Number 3, there's so much misinformation out there that even doctors get confused about what really works. Some think weight loss is the #1 strategy. Some think that a carb-free diet is the answer. Some medical doctors write books about being a vegetarian and meat-free. In reality, lifestyle modifications aren't as high on their list. Number 4, physicians are just like the rest of us. They're conservative. They tend to play it safe, Go buy the book. We're all slow to change, and they can get into serious trouble from deviating from official standards of care. They're afraid of losing their licenses or getting sued. That's one reason why modern medicine progresses so slowly. And number 5, unfortunately, because doctors are so busy, their only source of information about updated treatments comes from drug salesmen. Drug companies spend $16 billion annually to directly influence doctors. That's $10,000 for every single physician in the United States. Can you imagine what that means in terms of their choices when it comes to treatment? It's not to say your doctor is uncaring, but today's medical system certainly can't be. Since our healthcare system isn't set up to administer today's best diabetes treatment of diet and lifestyle education, patients are forced to settle for the second best, drugs and medical procedures. And according to current statistics, second best is failing miserably. 7 million new cases of type 2 diabetes are identified every year. Every minute of every day, 6 people die from its nasty complications. Right now, more than 60 million Americans are walking around with this silently destructive disease or are on the brink, and most are completely unaware. 1 million diabetics are dying every year, unnecessarily. As a doctor, I had to do something about this. So I decided to turn my patient-proven program into a book that would show anyone exactly how to reverse type 2 diabetes so his or her doctor could withdraw their drugs. And I say exactly because that's the key to my program's success. You see, dozens of new books have been published about controlling diabetes. I've read them all, and they contain a lot of conflicting and inaccurate information. Some people say you have to go vegetarian, and they blame eating meat for the diabetes problem. It clearly is not. Other people claim you can eat anything you want as long as you monitor your blood sugar and take pills to cover it. That's the quickest way to serious health problems, even death. Other people say you have to lose weight before you'll see results, and the truth is you don't, and I'll prove it to you in a little bit. Who wouldn't give up in frustration? These approaches don't work because they're based on wrong or incomplete ideas. But the 30-day diabetes cure is different. My step-by-step instructions make reversing type 2 diabetes as easy as following your car's GPS navigation directions. You see, I've created a day-by-day plan that's very easy to follow. It's practically foolproof. Here's why. Every day, you either add one diabetes reversing element to your normal schedule, or you eliminate one action that's making your condition worse. And I front-loaded this 30-day plan with the things that have the most important impact early on. This way, you're going to see and feel the results right away. At the end of 30 days, you will be living a diabetes healing lifestyle without turning your daily schedule upside down. Sound easy? That's the secret of its amazing success. This one day at a time approach makes it painless and easy for you to turn your diabetes around. Every day of the 30-day diabetes cure is a mini education that guides you in what to do, but also explains why. Your doctor certainly doesn't have time to do this for you. And I've never seen another diabetes approach that uses this easy, unique, step-by-step method. This approach of taking you by the hand is the secret of my 100% success rate with my type 2 patients. This knowledge puts you in the driver's seat. This day-by-day educational aspect of the 30-day diabetes cure is crucial because it puts you in control. You're the one making the decisions, and you're going to stick with this plan because you understand the medical reasons and consequences for every single thing you do. Your hands are on the steering wheel, and you'll be making these healing decisions based on sound scientific evidence. And you can trust that the advice in 30-day diabetes cure will really work for 2 important reasons. Number 1, it's all backed by ultra-reliable scientific studies. My advice doesn't come from theory or opinion. Everything in the 30-day diabetes cure is grounded in solid clinical research. Number 2, It's proven on actual patients. You can count on these diabetes reversing strategies because they've helped real-life diabetes patients conquer their condition. Unlike most self-help books that are merely collections of tips from a variety of writers, this is an actual step-by-step system that has produced successful results. Day by day, you will be doing the same things they did to actually halt and reverse your type 2 and pre-diabetes while dramatically reducing insulin and other medications for people with type 1. You'll be cutting through all the misinformation out there today because the 30-day diabetes cure corrects current confusion and conflicting advice. There are so many myths about diabetes out there today. Health experts nag you to lose weight. Nonsense. Losing weight is not necessary for reversing diabetes, and I'll explain why in a moment. Workout gurus promise that you can exercise your way back to a normal life. Well, hardly. There's no way you can exercise enough to undo bad decisions at the buffet. And exercise can even make you hungrier, so you end up eating more and possibly getting even heavier. Best-selling authors claim you'll have to go on some sort of an exotic diet, either all meat or all vegetables. Studies prove that if you have to force some sort of strange diet on yourself, you won't stick to it very long. And that's just the beginning of the solid, helpful information you discover in the 30-day diabetes cure. Now, here's something you're really going to appreciate. Please stop trying to lose weight. One of the biggest myths about diabetes is that weight loss has to be your primary goal. But how are you expected to lose weight on insulin-producing medications that are creating even more body fat? It's true. Most diabetes drugs make your body gain weight. This bad advice actually does more harm than good. Why? Because it makes people feel guilty, especially guilty about eating. It lowers their self-esteem. It causes them to go on diets that are impossible for any of us to sustain. And it leads to hunger, feeling deprived, cheating, and ultimately failure and hopelessness. Where's the wisdom in that? In reality, just the opposite is true. Healing your diabetes will naturally result in weight loss. One of the big reasons the 30-day diabetes cure is so successful is that it never asks you to lose weight. Instead, each daily lesson teaches you how to eat a healthy diet. It helps you train your body to crave foods that heal your blood sugar and diabetes and transforms your entire life into a diabetes healing lifestyle in just 30 days. You see, weight loss, as good as it is for you, should never be the goal. When health is your ultimate objective, those excess pounds fall away naturally. You don't have to try. Want proof? You don't have to take my word for it. Here's what people who have lost significant weight on the 30-day diabetes cure have to say.
The diet was pretty amazing for me because I've been on weight loss diets before, and this diet really differs from a weight loss diet. I didn't feel hungry all the time. It wasn't hard at all. I've lost at least 20 pounds.
For me, it was very easy. I would say within a couple of weeks, I began feeling a little more energy. Yeah, I lost 15 pounds, and I felt better. And it was quite easy to make the small changes to follow Dr. Rippich's plan.
In the first 2 weeks, I lost about 8 pounds. By the end of August, I really had lost probably about 17 pounds. So a little over a 2-month period.
It's too bad that more people don't realize that food is our best medicine, and I'm living proof of it. Just try Dr. Rippich's program. Give it a try. I think you'll be surprised at how well it will work for you and how well you will feel.
More active, I've lost weight, about 20 pounds, and I want to lose at least another 15 and 20 because I can tell the difference, I can feel the difference.
You know, you begin seeing results almost immediately. And then when I would go out, people would remark on it, that, you know, that I had lost the weight and all, and of course that's just music to one's ears.
This is a very easy diet to follow because you're eating regular foods. And you feel better because you're eating things that your body can metabolize and don't make you sick.
I thought I had a healthy diet. I was watching everything that I ate. I was watching my exercise, but I didn't realize that I was taking in so many carbs, and these carbs would turn into sugars. And once Dr. Ripich's diet was pointed out to me and I followed it, I was able to eliminate the problem and walked away from diabetes.
Please remember, diabetes isn't your fault. The real key to reversing diabetes isn't more willpower, it's brain power. You see, your body has been genetically programmed to seek sweet and fatty foods since the caveman days, and to hoard calories by storing them as fat. These are powerful, natural drives that protected us from starvation back when humans were hunter-gatherers and when food was scarce. This same survival mechanism also has conditioned us to conserve energy whenever we can. That's why most people have a natural aversion to physical activity and to hate to exercise. We can't fight our genetic programming, but we can outsmart it. And that's another secret of the remarkably high success rate of the 30-day diabetes cure. My ingenious 30-day plan actually retrains your brain and trains it to actually enjoy eating and acting in your body's best interests. And today, I'm inviting you to see it all absolutely risk-free. I could go on and on and on because there are literally hundreds of diabetes-busting tips and secrets in the 30-day diabetes cure that you can benefit from immediately. But this message is already quite long. And if you've read this far, you're obviously a little curious about my unique approach and the success it produces. How can you be sure if it's right for you? Easy. Let me send you the 30-day diabetes cure to inspect and try completely at my risk. Right off the bat, it will reveal the many reasons why you might be in the dark about diabetes. See, reversing diabetes truly is as simple as I tell you. Unfortunately, a lot of different market forces converge to complicate that simple truth. That's why I also want you to have 4 free special reports. What you're going to find out in these reports might be a little shocking. You'll learn the sad reasons why diabetes is spreading so rapidly, despite the $400 billion spent to fight it each year, and why current medical treatments are failing to contain it. You'll find out why the most effective cure for type 2 diabetes isn't even on anybody's radar screen, and why. You'll read about the dangers in current diabetes drugs and treatment, the 8 deadly mistakes most clinicians make about diabetes, why drug therapy can't protect you from complications or premature death, and so much more. Here's what you'll get. Report number 1, deadly diabetes lies. Report number 2, the dangers of diabetes drugs. Report number 3, mistakes doctors are making with diabetes. Report number 4, dodging diabetic complications. And you won't have to wait for the postman to deliver these special reports because they're immediately available to you simply by downloading them to your computer. My super easy directions make it a cinch. Even a child can do it. Plus, you'll also receive 4 additional free gifts. I've got 4 more extra bonus gifts to give an added boost to your diabetes reversing efforts. Order your satisfaction guaranteed copy of the 30-day diabetes cure right now, and I'll also give you these additional free gifts. That's a total of 8 free gifts. And you can download every one of these free gifts immediately with your no-risk purchase of the 30-day diabetes cure. And remember my 100% satisfaction guarantee. You and your doctor must be thoroughly impressed by how the 30-day diabetes cure has improved or completely reversed your condition, or simply return it in any condition, and I'll refund the full price of the book. And you can keep all 8 free gifts with my compliments and my thanks for your interest. This is a great deal. The 30-day diabetes cure is a big, big book, and it's not available in bookstores or anywhere else. In addition to being a detailed day-by-day instruction guide, it also contains original diabetes healing recipes, dozens of meal suggestions, inspirational messages that will keep you motivated to stick with the program, plus detailed case histories of my patients. Together with your 8 free bonus gifts, There are nearly 700 pages of patient-proven instructions for reversing prediabetes and type 2 so you can reduce or completely eliminate your medications or dramatically reduce your insulin dose if you have type 1. The 30-Day Diabetes Cure is not available in bookstores. The only way you can purchase a copy is through this special online invitation. I hope you'll take advantage of this special opportunity right now, because your destiny is in your own hands. So if you are ready to reduce or completely eliminate your type 2 diabetes medications, stop taking those drugs for cholesterol, high blood pressure, kidney dysfunction, all those diabetes-related complications, slash your insulin dose dramatically, quit sticking your fingers and monitoring your blood sugar like a hawk, end feeling bad about your weight and forcing yourself to diet, say no to the exercise police and their constant nagging, chuck those bland, boring, and super restrictive diabetes meals and start eating real food again, and to never fear those miserable, life-shortening complications of diabetes ever again. Help is just one click away. The 30-Day Diabetes Cure will show you how to awaken and activate the amazing diabetes healing power of your own human body so you can return to a normal drug-free life. Don't let diabetes or today's ill-fated drug treatments destroy the quality of your life for another moment. Click the link below right now to order a no-risk, satisfaction-guaranteed copy of the 30-Day Diabetes Cure and begin healing your diabetes the safe, sure, drug-free way. And please don't forget my money-back guarantee. If you don't experience a dramatic improvement in your diabetes in 30 days or less, just return the 30-Day Diabetes Cure in any condition, and I'll see that you get a full price refund to your credit card for the price of the book, along with a confirmation email proving it. That's a full price guarantee, and you can keep your 8 free gifts with my compliments. Start healing your diabetes right away. Send for this absolutely risk-free opportunity to try one of the most effective diabetes reversal programs on earth. Just click the link below for your copy of the 30-Day Diabetes Cure and download your 8 free gifts right now. I have never had one single patient that I have not been able to get off of their diabetes medicines.